Good morning, good afternoon, all of you. Today, I would like to explain about linear time invariant systems. So, it is the one of the classification of systems. So, linear time invariant system, that is LTI systems. So, the importance of the LTI systems are mathematically tractability, the most signal processing applications involved in LTI systems. So, signal processing applications are mainly contributes the major role in LTI systems. So, the LTI systems can be completely characterized by their impulse responses. So, the LTI systems are mainly utilize their impulse responses. So, the impulse responses are mainly represented as n values. So that is a small n value, it is the integer. So the expression of the LTI system, which is mainly written as y of n is equals to transformation of x of n, where t is the transformation of x of n. This is the input sequence, and this is the transformation function, and this is the output response of the given LTI system. So transformation of the entire input sequence, which is mathematically written as the linearity condition is satisfied by existing this mathematical expression. So transformation of summation k equals to minus infinity to infinity x of k into del of n minus k, del of n minus k. This is the condition for linearity, condition for linearity. So whereas time invariant system, the mathematical expression is simply written as summation k equals to minus infinity to infinity x of k into transformation of del of n minus k, del of n minus k, that equals to summation k equals to minus infinity to infinity. These are the limits from minus infinity to plus infinity, x of k into hk of n. This is the condition, that is the transfer function of the impulse response, which will be mathematically written as like this. So this is the time invariant system condition. So finally, the convolution of the linear time invariant systems are mainly written as x of k into h of k, x of k into h of k. This is the input sequence, and this is the transfer function of the input signal, which can be converted into h of k. Now coming to stable and unstable systems. Here the stable systems, which will be satisfying the following conditions. So a system is said to be bounded input and bounded output stable. The system is mainly satisfying the BIBO condition. BIBO is nothing but bounded input, bounded output. If every bounded input results in a bounded output, whenever the following mathematical expression can be existed, or this condition will be satisfied, therefore the system will be stable condition, otherwise it is a unstable system. So magnitude of x of t is less than or equals to mx less than infinity and tends to magnitude of y of t less than or equals to my less than infinity. So this is the condition for stable and unstable systems. This condition is satisfied, therefore the system is calling as a stable system. Otherwise this condition is not satisfied, the following system is unstable system. And now one of the example of y of t is equals to a into x of t is unstable. The condition of the this signal is a is greater than 1. So here let us assume x of t is equals to u of t. Here u of t is the impulse signal response, which is mathematically written as u of t. Then at every instant of u of t will keep on multiplying with a, and hence it will not be bounded. So this condition A is the magnitude of the signal which is multiplied with x of t. So the system is unbounded condition, that they should not satisfying the Bibo condition. Now coming to static systems. So a static system is a memoryless system. So memoryless system means whenever we have to driven any one of the signal is driven to the system can process the input signal, that is either continuous time or discrete time signal, which will be processed in a system. So the output of the system is obtained, at output side. So here the output is not stored in a system. The output is not stored in a system. That kind of system is also called as a memoryless system. So whatever the input we have to driven to the system, the input is processed in a given system, then we have to obtaining the output of the given response. They should not store the previous outputs. So that's what this kind of system is also called as a memoryless system, nothing but static systems. So it has no storage devices. In this system there is no storage devices. its output signal its output signals depends on present values of the input signal. So only the signal will be depending on present values. For example, the current signal I of t is equals to 1 by r into v of t. So here this is uh, the clean example for a static system. So this is the total net amount of the current which will be available by applying some input signal v of t. Now coming to dynamic system. So dynamic system is nothing but processes a memory system. So it has having some storage devices inbuilt in a given dynamic system. So previous outputs are stored in a given system. They have to obtaining the corresponding output signals are also verified. So this system is said to be processes a memory if its output signal depends on past values and future values of the given input signal. So the dynamic systems are mainly depending on the past values and future values. So this kind of system is also called as a dynamic system. The following example is satisfying the dynamic systems. Mathematically, it is written as I of t is equals to 1 by L into integral minus infinity to t v of tau into d tau. Here, this is the time domain signal, whereas coming to the discrete time signal, y of n is equals to x of n plus x of n minus 1. Here, this is the output response of the given discrete time signal. Here, x of n is the input signal or a input sequence. X of n minus 1 is the delayed signal, nothing but this is the past value. This is the past value. And one more value is also inbuilt introduced here, that is the future value. Future value is nothing but x of n plus 1. X of n plus 1. So one of the example of a memoryless system. So a system is a memoryless if the output of y of n at every value of n depends only on the input x of n. At the same time, the value of small n, example, the square, y of n is equals to x of n whole square, sine y of n is equals to sine x of n. So it is the one of the examples of square signal and sine signal. One more, the counter example of the ideal delay system. So delay system is nothing but x of n minus n naught. This is the representation of delayed system. This is the output function of the y of n. This is the x of n minus n naught is nothing but delayed system. Now discrete time systems. So coming to the discrete time systems, the discrete time sequences are mathematically operated by that maps given that input sequence x of n into the output sequence y of n. This is the input sequence x of n and the output sequence of y of n. For example, the discrete time systems are simply represented as x of n is tends to transformation of the following input signal, and they have to getting the output impulse response y of n. So here the actual standard equation of a discrete time systems, the output response y of n is equals to t into x of n, where t is the transformation of the input signal x of n, where y of n is equals to given example x of n plus x of n minus 1 plus x of n minus 2 plus x of n minus 3. This is for the average value of the discrete time systems, whereas the maximum position y of n is equals to maximum of x of n comma x of n minus 1 x of n minus 2, whereas the ideal delay system y of n is equals to x of n minus n naught. This is the delayed version of the given discrete time signal. Coming to system properties. So by considering some of the system properties in a given systems, what kind of parameters will be there in a system properties, and what are the conditions which will be introduced by processing the input signals. So here we have to observing one time domain signal and another discrete time signal. The time domain signals are represented as x of t is the input signal which is driven to the transfer function of the given system, which is mathematically represented as capital H. Whereas we have to obtaining the output function of output signal with respect to t, that is y of t. So here we are observing x of t is the input signal, y of t is the output signal, where h is the transfer function or system, transfer function or a given system. So likewise the same representation is uh, represented in discrete time domain, whereas x of n is the input signal sequence, y of n is the output signal sequence in discrete time domain. Discrete time domain or impulse signal, where h is the transfer function of the signal, transfer function of the given system. So here h represents the system representation. X of t is processed with y of t, represent a system with input x of t and output y of t. So the stability of a system, the Bibo condition is satisfied in a given function. Magnitude of x of t is less than or equals to mx is less than infinity. That implies to magnitude of y of t less than or equals to my less than infinity. So likewise, the another equation is also existed here. Now, memory or memoryless systems. So one of the stable and unstable systems by considering a memory or memoryless systems. So the memory systems are mainly depending on present output values, depends on the future and past inputs. So future and past inputs. Whereas the memoryless systems, present output value depends only on present inputs. So whatever the input we have to given to the given system, only the input sequence will be processed, we have to getting the corresponding output will be there. So this is also called as already we have to uh, explain about the memory and memoryless systems. So it is one of the example of memory system, in mathematically simply written as y of t is equals to 5 into x of t plus integral minus infinity to t x of t into dt. So this signal here we have to applying the input signal in time domain x of t. So whereas this signal is represented as in discrete time domain y of n is equals to summation m equals to n minus 5 to n plus 5 x of m, where the memoryless system y of n is equals to in discrete time domain y of n is equals to x of n plus x square of n, x of n plus x square of n. Here the system is mainly depending on present input values. Present input values does not depending on previous values and future values, nothing but past values. Now coming to causal and non-causal systems. So here the causal system is mainly present outputs depends on present past values of the input, present and past values of the inputs. Whereas the non-causal system is mainly present output depends on only future values of the input. So the non-causal system is mainly depending on future values of the input. So the memoryless system is also nothing but a causal system, but the causal system is not a necessary be memoryless system. Now coming to time invariance system, it is nothing but a time delay or advance of the input. So time delay is mathematically represented as here t minus t naught, t minus t naught. This is nothing but the delay of the given signal, mathematically written as like this. Let us define a system mapping y of t is equals to capital H of x of t. This is the system output function. The system is time invariant if x of t minus t naught is tends to y of t minus t naught. So here H is the system representation. Similarly, x of n minus n naught is processed, and after that we have to getting y of n minus n naught. This is for time domain representation. This is for discrete time signal. And finally, linearity. Already we have to knowing about the linearity system. If linearity system is x1 of t is processed with y1 of t, whereas x2 of t is processed with y2 of t. So these are the two types of input signals are driven to a system. That is x1 of t is the one of the signal, x2 of t is the another signal. Those two signals are driven to the system. We have to getting the corresponding outputs. That is y1 of t and y2 of t. So then this expression is simply derived by using some constants. That is a into x1 of t plus b into x2 of t. So here a and b are the constants. Okay. Therefore, this signal is converted into a into y1 of t plus b into y2 of t. So therefore, a linearity condition is satisfied by existing this kind of input signals are driven to the system. So the superposition property is nothing but addition, whereas the homogeneity is nothing but scaling. Now coming to properties of a system. So here properties of a system, they have to maintaining some signals certain properties, that is the causal, linear, time invariance. Causal, linear, time invariance. Here causal is a system is a causal if the output at a time only depends on the input values up to that time. So causal system means the input signals are mainly depending on the present values and future values. Here the linear system is the linear of the system. The system is a linear if the output of the scaled sum of two input signals is the equivalent scaled sum of outputs. So here the linearity function is mainly satisfied by applying two input signals, that is x1 of t and x2 of t. The corresponding outputs are also derived as y1 of t and y2 of t. That is for the condition for linearity condition. Whereas time invariance, the system is time invariant if the system's output is the same, the given same input signal regardless of the time. So these properties defines a large class of tractable and useful systems, and it will be further considered into the coming lectures. Whereas operations on signals. Operations on signals means these are the different types of signals as compared to the previous signals. So here sometimes we have to considering different operations are required to use for different purposes. Those are the simply calling as an arbitrary signals. So what kind of operations will be evaluated in a given signals? That is the time shifting, time scaling, time inversion or time folding, and amplitude scaling. So these are the some part of the operations on signal. So here the time shifting process means signal means the condition of the time shifting is x of t into plus or minus t naught is a time shifted version of the given signal x of t, and also x of t plus t naught is tends to negative shift, whereas x of t minus t naught is positive shift. So here we are observing the two conditions of x of t minus t naught and x of t plus t naught. So x of t minus t naught is the delayed signal. X of t minus t naught is the delayed signal. So here we are observing the input signal. This is the input signal response, that is the x of t, and this is the delayed version. This delayed version means x of t minus t naught means it is the delayed version. So this delayed version is appeared at positive side of the given axis, whereas the x of t plus t naught is nothing but this is the negative shift. This is the negative shift, nothing but the future value. T plus t naught is nothing but future value. Now time scaling. Here x of at is a time signal of x of t, the scaled version of signal where capital A is always positive. Here the magnitude of A is greater than 1. Here this is representation of compression of the signal, whereas magnitude of A is less than 1, it is the expansion. Magnitude of less than 1, it is expansion. So here we are observing the example of the given input signal x of t. So here we are observing the conditions of magnitude of A is greater than 1, it is a compressed signal. So we are observing the compressed signal. This is the actual input signal x of t. The time duration is the time limit is nothing is in between -2 to +2, whereas x of 2t, this is the another condition. X of 2t means here the time duration is reduced, means it is a compressed signal. It is a compressed signal. X of 2t is nothing but the if the time duration is limited to -1 to +1, whereas the x of t by 2, x of t by 2 is nothing but the signal will be expanded, that is but -4 to +4. So these are the time scaling signals. The time scaling signals are satisfying the following conditions. Those are magnitude of A is greater than 1, magnitude of A is less than 1. And one more, the coming to the time scaling signal. So it is the one of the example x of t, and we are to find y of t is equals to x of 2t. This is the actual output function. Y of t is equals to x of 2t. So here x of t is x of t graphical representation. So it is a continuous time signal in time domain. So the following condition, y of t is equals to x of 2t. This is the actual x of t or actual input signal x of t, which is having some time durations 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Whereas the following condition, y of t is equals to x of 2t. In this case, the signal will be expanded. The signal will be expanded. Here the period of x of t is 2 and the period of y of t is 1. The magnitude of the given signal is 1. And now one more example is, given y of t, find w of t is equals to y of 3t and v of t is equals to y of t minus y of t by 3. So here the first signal is y of t. So the first signal y of t is equals to the magnitude of the signal is 2 and the time duration of the given signal is 3. Okay. So here we are observing the magnitude of the y of t is magnitude is 2 and 3t. This 3t is represented in x-axis, whereas y-axis the magnitude of the given signal is 2 volts. Okay. Okay. Now w of t is equals to y of 3t. W of t is equals to y of 3t means speed up by 3. Speed up by 3. So the signal is compressed. The signal is compressed by 1. whereas the signal is expanded. V of t is equals to y of t by 3. So means the signal will be expanded to the value of 9. So it is the some differences in time scaling operations, whereas the time reversal or time folding. So time reversal is nothing but it is also called as a time folding operation. Okay, in time reversal signal is reversed with t naught time, that is y of t is equals to x of minus t. Y of t is equals to x of minus t. So this x of minus t is nothing but it is the obtained value of the given function. So here the graphical representation of x of t signal is like this. So the opposite version, so time folding or time reversal, so this signal is completely reversed. This signal is completely reversed. So y of t is equals to x of t. So this x of t signal is converted into completely reverse operation. So we have to getting x of minus t. So that's what x of t is equals to x of minus t. So this kind of condition is uh, satisfied by observing these two figures. So this is the actual input signal x of t. This is the output signal y of t. So x of t is converted into x of minus t. So the graphical representation is completely changed, which is exact replica of the input signal. Now amplitude scaling. So here the amplitude scaling version of the input signal x of t, whose amplitude is scaled by a factor c. A factor c. Here two operations are evaluated here. That is, one is the addition operation and another is the subtraction operation. So addition operation is graphically represented as like this. So x1 of t, x2 of t. So the x1 of t signal magnitude is 1 and the time durations are -3 to +3. And one more signal is x2 of t. The magnitude of the given signal is 2 and the time duration is -10 to +10. So these two signals are added. We have to getting this kind of signal is available. So how it is getting this kind of signal? We need to add these input signals, that is x1 of t and x2 of t. So we need to add the magnitude of the signal 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2, we have to getting 3. We have to getting 3. And whereas the one more magnitude of the given signal, that is the x2 of t signal is magnitude is 2. So totally the signal representation is like this. So -3 to +3, -10 to +10, we have to getting this kind of resultant output is available here. So this is also called as a addition operation. And now coming to the subtraction operation. We are considering two input signal x1 of t and x2 of t. So here same signals are also available here. So these two signals are subtracted. These two signals are subtracted. The signal will be graphically represented like this. So -3 to +3, -10 to +10. Here the magnitude of the input signals are changed from -1 to -2. So it is shifted version. It is a shifted version of the amplitude scaling signal. And now coming to the multiplication. So here multiplication of two signals or more, each instant of time. హలో పార్టిసిపెంట్స్ రాలేదు ఎవరండి? ఏంటి? అదే నువ్వు ఇచ్చిన లింక్ స్టార్ట్ చేశాను నేను. స్టాప్ రికార్డింగ్ కొట్టేస్తున్నాను. ఓకే.